Hello everyone, it's Leo, and in this video I'm going to talk about the cures that use musical instruments as their weapons. We just learned that the fourth cure from Healing Good Precure, if you don't want spoilers about her, never mind because I won't talk about her here, but we learned that her weapon is going to be a harp. We haven't seen the harp yet, but with that I started thinking and remembering the times that cures used musical instruments as weapons in Precure, and that happened quite often, and I decided to list all of them in this video. If I am forgetting any of them, please let me know in the comments. I decided to do this kind of in chronological order, so we're going back, way back to Fresh Precure where we're starting. In Fresh Precure, we had Cure Pine that had a stick. Well, that's not really a musical instrument, but her stick was called Pine Flute, and she used the pine flute as a flute. She played it just like a flute, and it made flute sounds. She used that flute to create her individual attack, Precure Healing Prayer Fresh. One very beautiful attack. I absolutely love it, and Cure Pine is one of my faves as well. But now, sticking on to Fresh, we're talking about an actual musical instrument that became a weapon with Cure Passion. When Cure Passion was born, together with her was also born her weapon, the Passion Harp. Passion Harp, well, harps, I love harps, you guys have no idea. I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to learn how to play the harp, and my mom always told me, this is a very hard instrument, it's gonna be very hard. But there are no harp classes in the city where I live. But yes, Passion uses the Passion Harp to create her individual, very powerful and devastating attack, Precure Happiness Hurricane. Also another attack that is great, beautiful. I absolutely love it. And you know, Cure Passion, we're talking about a great cure, a great addition to the musical world, to the musical side of Precure. And now let's go further one season and talk about Heartcatch Precure. In Heartcatch Precure, we have Cure Sunshine, our yellow cure from this season, and she has a very nice weapon, which is particularly a favorite of mine, the shiny tambourine. Yes, if you're Brazilian and you like samba, you know what I'm talking about. You know, we have lots of tambourines here. They are a big part of our culture. And yes, Cure Sunshine uses a tambourine to create her individual attack. Her individual attack, a very powerful one, and another one of my faves is Precure Gold Forte Burst. But it's not only in that sense that she uses her tambourine. Her tambourine is also used in a group attack together with Blossom and Marine, Cure Blossom and Cure Marine, and she uses it to buff the other two cures. How nice is that? And together with that, like the three of them can create an attack called Precure Shining Fortissimo. After Heartcatch Precure, we have Sweet Precure, which is a musical season, and yes, there is a lot of music in Sweet Precure, but only one of the cures actually uses a musical instrument as a weapon, and we're talking about Cure Beat, the blue cure of Sweet Precure, and she uses a guitar. How cool can that be? Cure Beat is one of the coolest cures. Cure Beat's guitar is called the Love Guitar Rod, and with it, she creates the attack called Precure Heartful Beat Rock. I'm gonna be very honest and say, this name of this attack was a password of my internet connection here at my house for a while. And not only that, when she does that, she changes the form of her guitar. She calls it the Soul Rod, and she creates this impactful attack. She can also use other different attacks with it, which are minor, like the Beat Barrier and Beat Sonic. Now, moving on to Doki-Doki Precure. In Doki-Doki, none of the cures used individually a musical instrument as a weapon. Instead, they have something called the Magical Lovely Pad, and with it, they got a little power up that created angel wings back when the series was almost over. And with that, they were able to change the Magical Lovely Pad in some sort of harp. And with that harp, they have an attack called Precure Royal Lovely Straight Flush. They do this attack, they coordinate this attack as a group, but the one who plays the strings of the harp is Cure Heart, the leader of the Doki-Doki girls. After Doki-Doki, we go to Happiness Charge, and I really debated whether I would put Cure Honey here with the Honey Baton because she kinda uses her baton as maracas. In her Maracas Spark attack when she transforms into a Sambist or something, and I absolutely love that attack. But they're not actual maracas, so I'm not including Cure Honey here. Do you think I'm doing it right, or do you think Cure Honey should have been in this list? If you do, please leave a comment and tell me in the comment box. But for us to talk about musical instrument, Cure Fortune is a must. Cure Fortune, as you guys know, she is absolutely one of my favorite cures. I absolutely love her. And we're talking about another tambourine. We had Cure Sunshine with a tambourine before, and her tambourine was round, kind of like an actual tambourine. But in Fortune's case, her tambourine is star-shaped, just like her powers. And I find that incredible. Her tambourine is called Fortune Tambourine, and with it she's able to create her own individual attack, Precure Starlight Ascension, one of my favorite individual attacks in Precure history. I love this attack so much, you guys have no idea. She is also able to use the tambourine as a weapon in fights, and she also has another minor attack with it called Precure Comet Arrow. Now moving on to Go Princess Precure, we have our Flame Muse Cure Scarlet. And Cure Scarlet also has a musical instrument as her weapon, the Scarlet Violin. And let me be honest here, I don't think the Scarlet Violin is very beautiful as if you look at it, but I just love how she uses it and how she plays it before she does the attack. I find it amusing. And violins are one of the best musical instruments for me. I just love its sound so much, and I think that she plays it perfectly every time she's creating an attack. Her main attack is called Precure Phoenix Blaze, and it's very, very beautiful. She creates a big fire phoenix and she throws it into her enemy. I find that attack awesome. I just love it. But she also has lots of minor attacks that she can also create with her Scarlet Violin. We have Precure Scarlet Illusion. We have Precure Scarlet Spark, and we have Precure Scarlet Flame. This girl is full of tricks and full of fiery attacks. It's impossible not to love Cure Scarlet. And now, last but not least, let's talk about Heartcatch Precure. In Heartcatch, we had Cure Amour and Cure Machiri, a duo for the first time joining us mid-season, and they both had guitars, and their guitars were called Twin Love Guitar. They were the duo of love, and they also played together as a band, so it had a lot to do with both Emiru and Ruru and who they are. I just found it incredible. Both of them being a duo obviously had a duo attack, and their attack was called Twin Love Rock Beat. I have a very hard time with the name of this attack. I don't know why, but I absolutely love this attack and how they do it, especially because they play the guitar like super into it when they're creating this attack. I just love it so much. But not only that, they also had minor individual attacks with the guitars as well. Cure Machiri had Machiri Pop, and Cure Amour had Amour Rock and Roll. Both of them used those attacks as minor attacks, and they always finished the monsters of the week with their duo power. Another interesting thing to mention here is that the cures that have musical instruments as their weapons got together in the Heartcatch Precure special All-Stars episode. It was episode 37, if I remember correctly, and in that episode we had all the cures that existed so far joining the Heartcatch team to fight against Trom. And in that episode, we had the cures divided into lots of different groups based on who they are or how their powers work. And in this case, we had 5 cures joining in the team of girls who uses musical instruments, not magical, musical instruments as magical weapons. And in this team, we had Cure Passion, Cure Beat, Cure Scarlet, and Amour and Machete. We had a 5-girl team, kind of like the Spice Girls, and those were the ones that were chosen to be part of the team that used musical instruments. Leo, oh my god. But as I said before, I think that like some of the instruments might be considered less than others. I don't know, but I feel kind of sad that we didn't have like Fortune and Sunshine playing their tambourines, you know, creating a little samba there. But I can deal with that. It might be important to mention that Cure Unj had a stick that was called Unj Harp, but she never really used it as a harp itself, so I didn't really include it here. And I think that this list is gonna be enriched pretty soon with the arrival of Cure Earth on Healing Good Precure. I love harps and I cannot wait to see how she's gonna use it. She seems to be very elegant and poised, and I just cannot wait for her to play the harp for us Precure fans. Anyways, everyone, I just want to say thank you so much. If you've watched everything up until now, please leave a like and a comment with your favorite musical instrument used as a magical weapon in the Precure universe. I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's a member of the Magical Cinnamon channel. Thank you so much. If you'd like to be a member, you can join. There's a join button down below. With that, you can have access to things like emojis to use in the live streams or live premieres of the videos. And depending on the rank you are, you can choose themes for me to talk about in future videos, or even themes for cinecasts or animes for me to watch and review here on the channel. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's also subscribed to Magical Cinnamon. Thank you so much for supporting me, and thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!